Hi, everyone, and welcome to the 12th installment of the Rose Podcast.
Yo,
I'm
yo,
your host,
yo.
Isaac, and
And I'm
with co host,
Alejandro. What's up?
what's up, dudes?
The sky is up.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
man.
what's up.
Yeah. By the way, it's kind of awkward, isn't it, huh? Because this isn't going to be uploaded on a Monday,
Yeah, it happens.
right?
Sometimes you get busy.
Yeah, I've been working a lot recently, and we suck at keeping schedules, or at least I do. And we couldn't record it when we wanted it to, because we got other shit going on, right?
Just life happens, and like right now, it's not like this is the only thing that we have on our plate. Like outside of like this is just something we're just doing on the side for fun. So like obviously it's not like our biggest priority. So, every now and then we might like slip up here and there, but that's okay, like it's only one day off. We're still getting it up and out here. That's what matters.
Right. Yeah. So this is gonna be uploaded later today on Tuesday, and yeah. But speaking of which, things that are going on, you started something new, haven't you,
I did.
recently?
I did. So for like the longest time I've just like been into detailing and like washing my car and shit like that. I even actually worked at a dealership for a bit in the detailing department, and I ended up getting a new job at a gym, and so I stopped working there. And but like I still kept up with my own detailing at home, and like I just have a passion for it. So I ended up just starting up my own little hustle, my own little grind. It started with just people I know, and I washed one of my coworkers' cars on Saturday, and that's kind of like why I've been like, that's why I wasn't doing that because or doing this podcast because, I'm trying to figure this other thing out, and especially with like everything going on right now, like I just went back onto furlough again because my job is closed because of the coronavirus. You know, which I was looking. I knew that shit was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I was just wondering like when is it gonna happen? And like I even remember like going to work. There would be some days where I would get like a little anxious. I'd be like, oh. Should I really go to should I stay working here? Like I've been debating on whether or not I should just like let my manager know that like I don't feel comfortable going into work because I don't want to put my health at or my own health and my family's health on the line.
All
But
right.
thankfully, that didn't happen, and the gym got shut down because my county is like on the watch list, bro. I'm not
Oh
sure
yeah.
about your county, but my county, they're making noise and they really don't like the all the restrictions and shit. Like they look, here's what they did. They banned in-house dining, so what people are doing to get around it is they're setting up tables and shit outside. Like right outside of their building. I've seen two restaurants that have had tables and stuff like that set outside.
Can't just do fucking takeout.
No, people just have to sit in the restaurant. Like people like they're still doing takeout, but they're doing that to accommodate people who want to dine in.
Right. That's retarded.
I mean, people still gotta make money. Businesses still gotta run. That's like that's the thing that like very that's what has me very conflicted. Like ideally, I would love if everyone were to just shelter in place again. Like if everyone were to just stay home for 2 weeks, we'd be good. And then, um, but no, that's not gonna happen because certain things are essential and we need to still function. But like people I don't know what it is about this part. I guess people are assuming that since like states are reopening again, everything's good. People assume that like we quote unquote flatten the curve and that people are talking about how like we're in the second phase or we're in the second spike. But the truth is, we never got out of the first one. Like
Yeah.
that shit never happened. So people are just getting so ahead of themselves. And like, dude, I don't understand what the fuck is up with this virus. It's like some sort of IQ test or something. It's like bringing out the stupid of so many people, bro.
What? An
Like,
IQ test?
like, you know how there's like anti-vaxxers?
Oh yeah.
Now we have anti-maskers. Like, dude. So I remember, when I was working, there's this dude who came into my gym, and he had this fucking card with him, and it said like, here, let me look for the picture of it and read what it says, because like when he showed me that shit, I was speechless, because like it was essentially saying that like you're not required to wear a mask by law, which is true. Like there is no law put into place. It's called a mandate. They're not. There's no law requiring people to wear masks. It's a mandate that is requiring people to wear masks, and like
Right.
the shit was saying how um like businesses, they can't enforce that or whatever,
But they can.
but they totally can. So here, let me see what it says. It says, according to law, masks are not mandatory anywhere in America. No business may deny you service because you refuse to wear a mask. Violation punishable by $75,000 fine. And it says the Mayo Health Clinic defines hypoxemia as a, what is that? ARTERIAL, arterial oxygen levels below 90%. This condition often results after wearing a facial mask for less than 3 minutes. Early symptoms include shortness of breath, headache, confusion, restlessness, irritability, and fainting. And this is the part that fucking makes me laugh so fucking much. It says, and I quote, "Stay healthy. Do not allow anyone to force you to wear a mask." Like, when I read this shit, I took a picture of it. The dude was like, "Oh, you can even get a copy of it," and I did. But I didn't take a copy of it so I could use it for my own gain. I took a copy of it so I could show everyone and make fun of him. Because
I
like
remember you did send that somewhere, or like
I
you
posted it on
posted
my
it some.
Instagram.
There you go. Yeah, I remember seeing it, but I'll be honest. I think I sort of skimmed it.
Yeah, and you do not know how hard it was for me to just laugh at this dude's face, because the funniest part about it is it was an older dude. It was a dude who looked like he was in his like 40s or 60s, and like honestly, like I remember I tried to be the person to try to like tell other people to wear this mask, but at this point I'm done. Like the people who care about their own health and other people's health, they're already wearing the mask and they're good. The people who are being selfish are like, oh, you know, I don't have to wear a mask just because he told me to. Those people most likely are gonna end up catching the disease because they're not being careful, and they're gonna die. Like, I'm just gonna be as cutthroat as I can be, because I'm sick and tired of these fucking baby bitch princesses who are just complaining about wearing a fucking fabric. Okay, like, especially the whole shit about which like people are complaining about it's hard to breathe in a mask. Like, look, I just ordered a fucking elevation mask. I was talking about this last podcast, and like I'm gonna keep reiterating this point because it's fucking important. It's designed to make it hard for me to breathe, and I exercise in that shit. I run in that shit. Yeah, I'm young, but at the same time, like, you can wear a fucking piece of like a face covering if you're gonna be going to Walmart. You know,
Yeah.
like there's just like, and like what makes like it's so annoying too, because like the people who are so against the mask, like they're not proving any point other than that they're acting like a child. That's literally it. These people are just it's so childish to just act that way.
Like even like you with your elevation mask, dude. I work on a roof, and I wear like a full like basically like a ski mask over my head, because like it keeps like whenever I do tear offs and shit like that, a whole bunch of like dust flies everywhere, and it just
Yeah,
helps to keep that shit out of my fucking
your
lungs,
lungs. Yeah,
and then not only that, but also like it soaks up like my sweat and shit like that, so it keeps me cooler for just a little bit longer, and it's pretty fucking great. But I'm still wearing a full fucking mask in 100 like 90 100-degree weather on a fucking roof,
yeah.
and it's like it's not that bad. It
It
really
really
isn't.
isn't. So like what I don't understand is that, and this is something I was talking to one of my members with. So this particular member, he was talking to me, he was telling me about how he has like this breathing condition where like sometimes if he's like working hard, like like exercising, like when he breathes in and out, sometimes his like throat gets really dry. So he wears a mask to kind of like filter the air coming in. And like he was telling me how like he's been wearing the mask ever like even before COVID was like popular. Like he was telling me about he's like he started doing it in like December. You know, that was like back when people were saying that like oh COVID's this but the flu. You know, but
Oh yeah.
and
Wow.
like I was talking to him and he said a really good point. He's like why do people go through all this effort to not wear a mask when wearing the mask is just so easy? And
Yeah.
another thing he said is that he said that like it was like 100 plus people are dying, like, and he was talking about our county alone, I think, or maybe our state, and he was talking about like over 100 plus people are dying every day. He's like, imagine if instead of people dying from a disease, it was a plane crash, like every day, like 100 plus people die from a plane crash. You would think people would stop flying, right?
Right.
And like it's the same with the disease. You would think that if hundreds of people are dying a day of the disease, you would do whatever you can to not contract it. I mean, like, oh, dude. And then the videos I've been seeing, like, have you seen that video of that lady at Target who got mad because they were selling masks?
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw a video on it by this dude named Moist Critical. He was like basically just ripping on her like the entire video. But yeah, she just like this needs to stop, and then she starts like destroying the entire like fucking what was it, like the rack that was on, just a whole bunch of, it's just like a rack with like a whole bunch of fucking just face mask on it. And she was like,
Yeah.
no, nobody fucking needs this. She like throws it, thrashes it, and like there's just shit all over the fucking floor, and like for no fucking reason, just make the lives of like the people who are fucking working there like harder than what it already is. And it's
Yeah,
like,
because most of those people don't even want to be there in the first place. They're only there because like, usually they're college students, and they're just there for some income,
yeah,
while they finish up school.
they need to get some fucking dough, bro.
Yeah, they gotta do what you gotta do. And like, what fucking made me mad is how she was pulling these race and fucking like race and sex cards out of nowhere. She's like,
What?
oh, you're only telling me this because I'm a fucking blonde white woman or whatever. She said that shit to
Wait,
another blonde white woman.
wait, did the blonde, I didn't actually see the entire video through. Did someone like confront her about it? Did someone?
Yeah, one of the workers was like, you need to leave, like, because she's destroying the merchandise. She's fucking causing a mess. The worker was like, you need to leave, and like, she was causing a fit. Then out of nowhere, she's like, oh, I'm just doing this with my $40,000 Rolex. First of all, no one gives a shit about your Rolex. Most likely. Oh, and then there's a follow-up video where the police came to her house and she was recording it. And she's like, I'm recording this to millions of people. And it's on Instagram Live. But if you look at the view count, it's only at like 60, bro. And like, she's like, you're only doing this because I'm Jewish. You're only doing this because I'm Jewish. And like, I don't understand those people. Those people need to just get off the face of this earth because it's like they're so clouded by their own, like, I don't even know. I can't even describe it. They think they're doing the right thing, but they're making an ass of themselves, and they are not even aware of it.
Right.
Like, they're so detached at what the fuck they're doing and how dumb they're doing it that, like, they think, oh, like, I'm only getting all this hate because I'm standing up for what's right, and people don't like that. Like, no. You're not standing up for what's right. You're standing up and being an idiot and just shouting to the world, hey, look at me, I'm an idiot. Because usually when you see videos like that, it's someone who's, like, not involved recording the person acting like a freak. But this woman, she recorded herself acting like an idiot. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't even understand, man. These fucking... Like I'm saying, this is like an IQ test. Where all the idiots are being loud, and we're seeing, like, oh, okay. Some people need to just not be on this earth. Let's be honest.
I know what you mean. There's always like, it's just a bunch of fucking idiots doing some stupid shit, and like I think I think in the video, like as far as I can remember, in the video too, that or like the video that I watched with this one dude, Moist Critical, fucking like fucking just railing her with just like stupid fucking like oh god she's and it's not even like just like raunchy ass shit. It's just like what does she really think that she's like fucking accomplishing? Because I think he like she posted it to like you know Facebook groups or some shit, or like Facebook groups caught wind of like what she was doing, and even they thought like she was just being too much. Like
Mm-hmm.
the people who were like not like against fucking masks and shit like that, even they were just like, yeah, you know what, this is a little bit too much now.
Yeah, like, like at this point, I'm not even gonna bother saving the people who don't want to wear a mask. If they don't want to wear a mask. Karma will get them. Karma will get them. That's the thing. And yeah, I'm fucking like so annoyed by it. But anyways, with when it comes to my whole little detailing hustle, that's what I'm focused on right now. I'm not even like fucking like I wear my mask. That's all I know. I wear my mask whenever I leave, and I'm not being a baby. But yeah, when it comes to my whole little detailing thing, what I like is that my strategy, bro. Let me tell you my strat. Cause like right now, my strategy isn't like right now. What I'm doing is I have very reasonable prices, and that what that's gonna do is gonna attract a lot of people because like they don't know who I am. So like if you're getting something done from someone you don't know, and it's like cheap compared to like a normal like if it's a service, you know, like for example a haircut. Like if you're getting a haircut from a new barber, you wouldn't want to spend like too much, right? Because you don't know what they're capable of. So like right now, essentially what I'm trying to do is just get my name out there, which is why I have cheap prices. And my strategy is that I'm telling people if they give me a shout out on their Instagram, I'll take $5 off their total. And bro, that shit is working out tremendously because from two people who I know, I ended up getting about like another 4 appointments booked from people I don't even know that they only would have found me if it from those shoutouts.
Yeah.
One of the dudes was like, "Yeah, me and a couple like he's like I'm in the car seat and like a lot of my homies are looking for someone to detail them. Let's like send them my way." Cause look, one of like when it comes to like starting or just any business in general, no matter how much money you get advertising, if you have a shit product, people are not gonna buy it. All right. If you really want to succeed, and this is like with any business, any product, any service, if you really want to succeed, as long as you provide a good quality service, product, or whatever, people will come to you because the product and service will speak for itself. You won't need to do any advertising, like cuz think about it. If you fuck up a job, whoever's job you fucked up, they're gonna go and tell everyone. They're gonna go and tell everyone, don't go to that dude because he fucked up my job. And
Yeah.
it's the exact same if you do a really good job. If you do a really good job, that person's gonna go and tell all their people, yo, this guy came in and went above and beyond than he needed to. Go to him. And like just being a good person, doing the right thing is what you gotta do if you want to expand. Because if you're like slimy and like you're trying to just get the best of people, like yeah, that could work, but it's way more difficult. It's way less like um what's the word? It's way less ethical, and like you're just gonna look like an ass, you know. Like so,
Right.
like right now, my I don't even care like how much I'm charging people because right now I'm just trying to expand, and you
So,
know,
are you actually making profit from any of this
as
as of
of
right
right
now?
now, no.
So you're
However,
waste. So how much money are you wasting on, like, actually detailing people's cars? Well,
well, it's not that. So,
what do you even like? What's the detailing even like include or
so
entail?
like
Like,
right now, I'm not doing like anything too crazy. I'm just doing like pretty basic washes outside and inside of the car. So pretty much like last night I was like just right. I have I've kept every receipt on like pretty much every detailing thing, any detailing product that I bought in. I kept the receipt. So like last night, I was just like adding some things up. Like, like there are certain things that I need. Like I had bought a pressure washer. I bought a vacuum. I bought a foam cannon. Like those are like essential tools that I need to do this. So like I'm so like right now I'm just like budgeting everything, and I'm trying to see like, okay, as long as I keep working, eventually I'm gonna make profit.
Okay.
Because like when it comes to like the products that I use per wash, like I'm not using too much. And like it's mainly like it's you know how like when you like start up a business, you take out a loan, and it's just to like buy like certain essential products. Like let's say you're opening up a restaurant and you get a loan from the bank so that you can buy like all the stoves and refrigerators and all the food and all the stuff you need,
Right.
And for the most part, for a while, you're not going to be, you're going to be focusing on paying back that debt. But eventually, once that debt is paid off, it's nothing but profit. So like that's where I'm in right now. I'm just in the startup phase, which is kind of why I'm doing it cheap, because if I'm just doing a bunch of jobs, then like I'll be making more money than if I was charging people more and doing less jobs.
Yeah.
And like the way I look at it now is that like I do eventually plan on like raising my prices as my skills go higher. But like for right now, my only goal is just getting my name out there. Like I'm not even concerned about the money, because I understand the money will come regardless of what I do. Because of like the method that I'm going, like I understand like I'm not in this for a quick dollar or anything. I'm in this for like something I can do for the side. Because like I'm trying to like right now I'm in between jobs. Like I had mentioned, I'm on furlough right now, but I'm also because like I was expecting my job to put me back onto furlough, so I'm like I'm not even gonna deal with that. I'm just gonna find a new job where I would be considered an essential worker, and I am. And I did find a new, better job that pays me better and is full time with benefits. Way to flex. But like I still have this passion for detailing, which is why I'm doing that on my spare time. And I'm not even doing it for the money's sake. I'm doing it just because that's what I enjoy. You know.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not even concerned with the money right now. Okay. And another thing too. Hopefully the people at the IRS are listening to me, but like all the money that I'm getting, I'm keeping to myself, because it's not enough for it to be considered a business. Like I'm not making enough for it to be considered, for it to be taxed.
Oh, okay.
Because like when I think about it that way, like I'm thinking like, okay, how long is this taking me? But then I'm also considering, okay, if I were to be getting paid a wage for a certain job, I would technically be bringing home less money at the job because I'm paying taxes on that money. And the way I justify it is that every single product and tool that I bought in to do the detailing, it was taxed. So I do pay my taxes, but I don't pay I pay the taxes elsewhere, but their taxes are still getting paid. That's the thing.
Okay.
So I'm not doing anything wrong. So Mr. FBI man or IRS man, whoever you're listening, please don't send anyone on my door. I pay my taxes. I have a normal job. That you're getting my tax money. So don't fucking complain, all right? Let me live. Let me eat. Like, well, I do eventually plan on finding a good CPA though that can help me like figuring out all of that tax shit. Cause like I know, like from my experience working in retail, like I know if you're a business owner and you buy like products for your business, you can actually get use it as like a tax write off, and they'll take like the taxes off of the service, or like not the service, off of like the product of whatever you're buying, because you're gonna be paying your taxes from like what you make. So you won't be making the taxes on the. I don't know. It's complicated as fuck. I can't really explain it because I'm not a CPA, and honestly don't even understand it that well. So like I don't really want to talk too much about it because I don't really understand it. It's not my place to talk about. that's kind of what I know, and that's why I need to find like a really good CPA that can explain this shit to me and help me find loopholes. Cause like I've seen some videos of some people that found legal loopholes to be able to like buy a car for free essentially and just
Huh.
use it as a tax write off because it's considered a business expense. You
Right.
know, like they use that car or truck or whatever for their business. You know, but right now I'm just at the stage where I don't understand how the fuck any of that shit works. But you know, I understand that at some point in my future, if I'm very serious about detailing and if I want to make it like my full time hustle, then I will have to look into that. But like right now, it's just a side gig. You know, that's just something I'm doing for extra money here and there. That's a free enterprise. I don't know. The government would just complain because they're not getting their cut on the work that they're not doing. Only because I'm doing it on their land that they stole. Whatever. We're not gonna get into that. Shots fired. Blah 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 blah. Fucking hell, bro. Whatever. I don't give a fuck at this point. What about you, Isaac? So that's what
Yeah, I
I
mean,
got going on in my life right now. You know,
I'm.
I'm trying to figure shit out.
I mean, I ain't got. I ain't got shit really going on. I'm just. I mean, as of right now, I figuring out. I have to do like I'm doing like paperwork and shit for like the college I'm going to right now, and figuring out classes and just seeing what I want to do. I might just because I all I really need to do now is I think I've already like explained this before where like all the classes I've taken so far I've like all the classes I've taken so far have like are like my foundation to like do whatever the fuck I want to do. So like in at least in the STEM field because like I've already taken all of my um what was it like all my math classes, you know, my 3 years of calculus, differential equations and like linear algebra. Like I'm done with those and like physics and like I'm currently need like one more physics class and then like that's pretty much done and out of the way. I can go into like engineering, computer science. I can be a mathematics major. I can like there's just like a fuck ton of things I can do. And all I need to do now is like just start taking those classes for my majors. And I'm still not sure what like my current major is computer science, but I still don't know if I want to continue doing that. I might take another crack at it. Maybe I was just like out of I don't know. Maybe I was just down like how would you say like I was just like out of it when I started taking my coding classes, and so I might just try to um because it was only in Java, and I might just try and relearn it real quick in like the span of a month to like go on to like my other class, and because I already forgot most of like everything, like in terms of like what like how to like I know how to write and like structure code. It's just like how to like what the things actually do, like print ln and like all those like the actual commands. I fucking forgot. I don't know what they do anymore. But like yeah, boy, I might try and do like engineering, maybe go into like mechanical, electrical, some shit like that. I am considering finding a job out here with one of the aerospace places over here. Because if you live in what was this? Technically Kern County. No, no, no. Lancaster is in
L.A.
L.A. Yeah, LA. Well, okay, it doesn't matter. Um, if you live around here, there's a fucking you would know that a lot of aerospace companies. We got the what was it? The Air Force Base, Edwards Air Force Base out here, and a lot of like
Boeing, right? Or what it's called? That was
uh,
called?
I
Like the
bel
Boeing place or whatever?
no, there is Lockheed and Northrop are like the two big ones out here, and then there's like some sprinkled in like the side, like just aeronautic type shit. I don't fucking know. So there's a lot of like companies out here who like research design and like all the fuck like for planes, and because of like the high winds out here, apparently it's like very good for planes. Um, or some shit like that. Something about the wind over here makes it very uh very like optimal test settings or whatever the fuck, I guess. I don't know how to explain
Fucking
it.
wind over there. Fucking hate the wind over there,
Yeah, it's a
bro.
pain in the ass. I don't fucking like it. I don't think anyone here likes it. But
Gets fucking dust everywhere, bro.
yeah, when I'm considering maybe like getting a job in one of those just cuz why not? I know some people who are actually got some jobs, and they said they would help me too. Like they could probably
Oh,
get me like
nice.
a job in there. I'm like, "Oh, well, that's something I'd definitely consider." I just have to make the resume. But uh,
That's easy, bro.
I don't know how to.
Dude, literally, all you gotta do for like a try to any when it comes to a resume, try to think of any marketable skill you have. So usually like it includes more like working like it's when people think of a resume, sometimes they assume work experience, but no, like a purpose of a resume is for your employer to look at any sort of skill and that you have, and they'll look at your resume and determine whether your skill set is good for the job, and like so try to find anything, bro.
I I
Get references.
I feel like
You know.
oh, yeah, I can definitely get references. Be sure to hit my boy up Schrader. Uh,
Yeah,
I he hey, didn't he wasn't he one of your references too for like a job to apply? That's
yeah, a
funny.
couple times.
Yeah, probably like I think the only like marketable skill that I have is the fact that I already have like most of my like STEM classes over and out, because they also
Yeah,
like
put that in.
yeah,
Like
they
the
also
college
like
classes you take could be used as on the resume.
yeah, because they also like a lot of people who apply there who I think my brother was like talking about it. A lot of people who apply there, one of his coworkers left and applied to like Northrop or Lockheed, and I forgot which one, but he didn't have like any type of skills, like none whatsoever. Uh, but they didn't just turn him down. They basically held on to him and like made him go to school while working for them. So they pay, and then they paid for his classes too. So like everything he needed to take, like any course that he needed to take, they paid for it. So I mean, that might be a little fucking helpful.
Hmm. Nice.
And then like I also know like a few, because I've talked to like a few other students that I have like class with, or like classmates that I have class with, and like physics classes, and like some of my math classes, and like some of them actually do work in like Northrop or like Lockheed, and they're just going there to like get experience, and then like also help pay for like school and shit like that. But yeah, I think there's a lot of benefits to it, and I might just hit them up and check it out, see what the fuck is going
Definitely
on.
look into that, man.
Yeah, I think the only thing I'm gonna struggle on is getting the fucking resume done, because
Yeah.
I just don't know how to structure and make one. I'll probably just Google it.
Yeah, bro.
I
Go to
never
Google
learned.
Docs. Look, go to Google Docs. There's a resume template. Literally, it will just say like your name, and then it'll be like work skills, work history, school stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to get my resume and look at that document, you would see that they're identical, and I just filled them in. I'm not even kidding you.
I feel
You
like
know,
I feel like
but
they should have done better at teaching us in like high school.
I mean, they did.
I
We
mean,
took success.
yeah, they taught us. I just feel like they didn't do a very good job because I don't remember shit.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I mean, here's the thing, Isaac. The fact that you know people that are inside and they even told you they could help you get inside, that puts you ahead of so many people. Because one of the best ways to get a job is to just know people. Because, let me think. My first job, my second job, my third job, my fourth job, not my fifth one, my sixth one. Yeah, fucking. Let's see. So I'm on like my 7th job. Holy shit!
It's
But
crazy.
so 5 out of those 7 jobs I only got because of the people I was connected to. So like the first one, it was because both of my parents worked in a restaurant, and I was able to just work under the table, under my mom's name. So my mom, she would leave when I would show up, and I would just work her shift for her. And then another one, it was my uncle's restaurant, and I would show up, and that one was under the table too. And then the third one, it was my first legit job where I got a paycheck. Um, it was only because my brother had already had that job, and he moved to where we're at now because my uncle found a job for him up here because we were already planning on moving up here.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
I basically took his spot, and also one of my I don't know if he's a cousin or an uncle. One of my relatives owns that restaurant too. Like I know my dad is like the owner's uncle, I think. So like yeah, that would make me a cousin.
Oh, okay.
So and then when I moved up here, the first job that I had, it was because my cousin's husband's cousin. I know it's complicated. He was working at a retail store that I started working at, and then after that, I went to the detailing place, and that job was a job that I legit had a resume, you know, had to had to apply, had to wait for the interview and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I got hired on the spot in my interview. And then the next job that I got, it was only because someone I had met at the other job, the retail one, he was working at the gym, and he was asking me if I was looking for work, and I was. So then now the job I'm gonna be moving to right now, I haven't started yet, but I'm in the process of getting hired. I had a training yesterday, and that one I did just looking online. So 5 out of the 7 jobs I had only gotten because of the people I knew. So, like just talk to people, ask them what they do, and who knows, you might run into someone that's in like who has a job in something you're interested in.
Yeah,
you
that's
know
I.
and like don't push it, but you could be like, oh wow, like that's something I'm trying to get myself into. And
Yeah,
sometimes they'll be like, oh well, then we're looking for people, you should definitely apply, I'll put in a word for you.
yeah.
So
I
that's
like going
what you
through
gotta
like
do.
high school. I mean, not high school, college and stuff like that. One of the things that I learned, especially like in the like coding industry and like engineering industry and like even in fucking like okay, in like almost every single industry, it is super important and very like nice and helpful to not be a hermit and to be constantly networking with people.
Yes, it,
Constantly.
it's like that saying, a lot of like, it's like it's not what you know, but sometimes it's who you know.
Yeah.
That shit is fucking true.
Yeah, like my dad, he's a roofer, okay? And he gets jobs from like fucking everywhere. He gets jobs from, LA, so like well, okay, maybe just areas in here like sometimes Bakersfield and like shit like that. It's never too like 2 hours max. I don't think I've ever traveled more than that to like go to a job unless it paid like really really well.
Yeah.
Um but it like he even like we even did a job on like a hotel just because like he knew.
You did a job at my old house.
Yeah, I did. That's crazy. Yeah,
That's a trip, bro.
that is fucking. I remember being there and being like, wow. I was
We
inside
used to eat
too.
here.
I Yeah, I went inside the house. I even took pictures and sent it to you because I got a job
Yeah.
over there on cause
That house is world famous now. That shit was
yeah,
in Captain Marvel.
that wasn't Captain Marvel. This was before they started renovating it, I believe though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that shit's pretty funny. Yeah, it wasn't Captain Marvel. I worked on that. I worked on a roof on a fucking house that was in Captain Marvel. I can say that.
And I can. Oh yeah, let me one up you,
You live.
motherfucker. I grew up in a house that was in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never gonna forget. I was when I was watching that movie in theaters. I was with this girl and her sister and her brother, and like when I saw my house, I fucking freaked out. I was like, "Oh shit! Oh, that's my house!" And I'm like, So like that's crazy to me.
Yeah,
That's so fucking crazy to me.
I remember when they were shooting down there too. Like, cause I drove past there a couple times on Sierra Highway, and they block off the road. You know, cops. You got the filming equipment and shit like that. Fuck, man. Like now that I remember seeing it, I probably should have just like been, a little bit chismoso and like fucking like I should have like tried to see what was going on, but I didn't. I just like went on with my day. But
Yeah.
yeah, and if you don't know what we're talking about, in one of the scenes for Captain Marvel, there is a scene where she's on her motorcycle and goes to a bar, to meet uh, fuck, what's his name? The guy with the eye patch.
Fuck. I
Fuck,
don't.
dude, I can't
I
remember.
I do not remember. But Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel
His
L.
character.
Jackson, that guy.
His character.
Yeah. So, anyways, she as she's like pulling up into, they get like a camera shot of her pulling up to it with her motorcycle, and so the place she pulls up to is the Zebra Club. And
Nick Fury. That's his
yeah,
name.
Nick Fury, whatever. There. There's a place called Zebra Club, and right next to it, that's the bar that she goes to. It's called like the Zebra Club, and right next to it is one lone house, and
That I grew up in.
yeah, that he grew up in, just there. There's just a house right there, and you can't miss it. I don't think
It's
you
fucking
can.
crazy.
Yeah.
You cannot.
I used to go
Dude.
there after school every single day.
After high school.
After
Dude,
in high school, yeah.
Life's a trip, bro.
Yeah.
Life is a fucking trip.
Yeah.
Well, we're running out of time, but there's one thing I just want to say. So, like we were talking about, like whole networking, and I like the point you said about the whole like you don't be a hermit. Like that's fucking true. Like if you want to go somewhere in life, you cannot stay in your shell. You have to put yourself out into the world because no one else is gonna fucking do that shit for you. Don't ever, ever, ever expect anyone else to pick up your own weight and take you anywhere. Because everyone is carrying their own shit. So, if you really want to do something, you have to fucking be the person that's chasing that vision. So, that's where I'm at right now with my whole detailing thing. Like, after, practicing on my own car, setting up a method, I've decided at this point, alright, now that I have a little bit of a foundation as to like my skill set. Now I just need to expand onto it, and only I can do that. So like you could, as long as you have a good product, service, or whatever, and you're very passionate about it, and people see that, you will go anywhere you want. Okay, because I forgot who it was. Someone on my Instagram posted something that was like fucking true. It said something about iron and how like iron's a tough it's like a tough material,
But it's
but when it
malleable.
rusts
Oh.
it gets weaker. So like the only thing that could destroy it is itself in a sense. So like
Oxygen.
that's the thing, bro. In this world, a lot of the cases, the only thing holding you back is your own mindset. Like I've been guilty of this shit. There have been times in my life where, I was like, I didn't like where I was at in my position, and I wasn't doing anything about it. Like the only way you can get out of a fire is to fucking move. If you fucking sit in the fire and complain about your burning, you're gonna burn. But if you just fucking are in a fire, you're like, I'm burning, I need to get the fuck out of here, then you won't burn. It's just like that. You just cannot stay still, and always just try to do something. Like fucking, I don't know, whether it be anything, just do something. Do something with your hands. Find something to occupy your time. Because, like, too many people in this country have way too much free time that they're spending on shit that doesn't even fucking matter. Shit that won't even matter in, like, 5 years. And, like, right now I'm trying to focus on, like, all the hard work that I'm gonna be doing right now. Like, 10 years from now, I'm gonna be looking back and I'm gonna be thanking the 21-year-old Alex for making those sacrifices now, so that later in life I can chill. You know, so like just fucking keep pushing yourself, people. Life is hard, but you gotta be harder. You know, like I don't know, don't be a bitch, straight up. You know, like it's okay to just take a break every now and then, but never ever allow yourself to get into that victim mindset. Because the moment you play the victim, that's when you lose.
And yeah, I think it's some pretty good fucking advice.
Those are some nuggets, bro. So, I think we'll just leave it off at there. I've been Alejandro.
And I've been Isaac.
Drink your motherfucking water. Wash your motherfucking hands. Wear your motherfucking mask. And peace,
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Love you.
Adios.